Why are 16,000 acres of farmland being marketed with views and access to the ocean? Tomatoes don't need that. Lettuce doesn't need that. But the landowner knows that the big value in that land is agritourism with a little plot of produce and a lot of tourism. And that doesn't help us become food self-sufficient.
And one of the things that's afflicting the people of Hawaii is diabetes. Not all diabetes, but much of diabetes is preventable. Currently, diabetes is costing the state of Hawaii per year over $1 billion.
I ask, is there a difference if a child is molested in a public school? Is that different than a child being molested in a private school? You all know the answer. There is no difference to the trauma brought to the child. There can be no justification for excluding the state.
About $145 million a year in our long-term care losses that we provide for people. And so what this situation has actually given to us is a new opportunity, and we realized what we needed more than anything else was a long-term care facility. And so there's some bills going through the legislature right now that I just voted on. I'll need your help on this as well, to partner with the sisters to open this facility to lower all of our health care costs.
Something is amiss with the economy, Speaker, and some of that is symbolic of what is in this bill. The sector that we're trying to get back on its feet is not the government sector, and this bill is all about the government doing it. Put us back to work, government. 70 to 80% of all the jobs come out of the private sector, Speaker. This bill is exempting the government with the promise that we're going to live happily ever after. Government can't create wealth. CIPs can prime.
Before one votes for this bill, we should heed what Mr. Kaneshiro has noted. What you need to have is the parole and probation officers in place before you take the inmates out. I would add that it's going to take a while to find the right people to fill those positions. Hardworking, dedicated employees will be needed to deal with potentially troublesome offenders.
My principal opposition to both of these measures is that I truly believe that they will exacerbate the cost of living at a time when most of our constituents can least afford it, especially if you contextualize this particular fee increase, which is a $20 increase, in addition to the next fee increase that we'll be talking about, merely for the continuance of the price of the privilege of going to get your groceries, going to work, dropping your kids off at school. These are basic life necessities.
I believe this measure will work towards having people having second thoughts about running red lights. I know in my particular district, red lights for some of our residents seem to be optional to stop. This is pretty black and white. You either run the red light or you don't. This will help enforcement of those people who find traffic lights to be something of an optional thing to abide by.